guys, we're heading to town. We got the 304s already on the job. We got the 855 John Deere on the trailer. We're going to do some work for the contractor I used to work for before I went out on my own. He's a really neat guy. I'll fill you guys in when we get there. It's going to be a good day. Alright guys, a couple things here real quick. Obviously you can tell we made it to town, we made it to the job. And we got our butts to work, which is always good, because if you're not working, you're not getting paid, which is convenient whenever you need to pay bills. So, anyways, we got two tasks this day. The first task is we are tearing up the middle section of sidewalk. Have strict instructions not to destroy the left, right, front, or back. I don't know, I think it's 5 foot wide and about, I don't know, 42 feet long, something like that. But this, it's an old city sidewalk, and this thing's maybe, I don't know, like right there where I'm digging at now, it's maybe 1.5 inches thick. And it's just been busted up over the years. The city's talking about doing a couple different things, so we're not repouring any more than what we have to. My biggest concern, honestly, is not me making a mistake and swinging and tearing up something I'm not supposed to. It's the actual machine sitting on the sidewalk doing more damage than what it needs to. But anyways, as you'll see in a bit, it went fairly well. So this place where we're working at now actually is the contractor I worked for. Oh golly, altogether I believe 7 years. I worked for him for 3 years as summer help whenever I was in high school. I left there, went to college. And after I got out of college, I spent a couple years at the Mack truck dealership as the assistant service manager. Doing that gig, this contractor reached out to me, wanted to know if I'd come back to work for him as kind of a crew leader, foreman type deal. He's a great guy, offered me a heck of a job opportunity. He knew I was wanting to go out on my own. He made me promise him to work for him for 2 years, I believe it was, which was perfectly fine because I was nowhere near ready to do my own thing. I worked for him for a little over 5 years, and whenever I started out, he's a kitchen and bath guy, so I did a lot of kitchens and baths, and then he ended up getting big into McDonald's, and we were traveling around doing a lot of McDonald's work. So started off doing lobby remodels, and that turned into McCafe remodels, and then I don't know, did a bunch of McDonald's work. It got old after a while, but it was pretty cool. It was pretty neat experience doing a lot of that. This guy, man, here, I owe him a lot. He taught me a lot about how to do jobs, how to deal with customers, how to set up contracts, how to run a business, how to install cabinets. He's just a really, really, really neat guy. Not everybody, how am I say this? He's a unique individual in a good way. So I greatly, as I went into business and the older I get and realized what I learned there, of course, whenever I left, I didn't realize how much valuable information I gathered from Bernie, but very appreciative of the time I spent there, the time he spent with me, and we still have a good relationship today. I've been out on my own for almost 12 years now, and he hires me to do stuff, I hire him to do stuff, and yeah, it works out great. He's got a good crew. This is all his crew here working with me today. Good crew working with him, and he's still doing good. So it's just, I don't know, kind of a blast from the past. I enjoy going back and catching up with Bernie and working with him and his crew and all that good jazz. So anyways, I'm rambling on here again, but we tore the first task at hand. We tore up this section of sidewalk here. Just tried to get a couple different views. I was playing with my GoPro a little bit here. Had to take a little bit of rock out because it was nowhere near deep enough. According to Bernie, I took out a wheelbarrow too much because that's about how much concrete we were short. So sorry about that. But anyways, yeah, we got all the concrete out. We got grade busted out, and then I'll let you guys finish watching us do that, and then we headed around back and tackled project 2 for the day. So hang on, and we'll check that out here in a minute. Here's what this looks like, all dug out and ready to pour. We were able to save that pad, and it was only like an inch deep in there in a few places, so we got it dug down. They got a good 4 inches. We got concrete coming here later on this afternoon, so we're getting ready to go on around back of the building. They want to dig a few holes for an addition. They're going to put an addition on back here behind the building, so we're going to fire up the old 855 and auger a few holes. Alright, so I don't know if I mentioned this in the first half of this video, but this building we're working on is actually Bernie's office. This is his home base for his whole operation. He's got a paint store in here, and got a pretty nice little woodworking shop and some storage and so on and so forth. But whenever I was actually working for Bernie, he acquired this building, and it was an abandoned restaurant. I think it was called the Wagon Wheel, and it was in pretty rough shape. Had termites pretty much ate the floor out of it. Had a lot of termite damage in the walls, rot, been just remodeled a gazillion times over the years, and needed some attention, and we pretty much gutted this thing completely down. I think we put like a 12-foot addition on the back of it. Ended up filling in the crawl space and pouring concrete slab floor in it, put radiant heat in it. But this old U-Haul trailer you'll see, or old U-Haul thing you'll see in here from time to time, is actually what he's using for storage now. So basically he's building, I believe it's a 24 by 36, I believe, pole barn. Not going to be conditioned or anything, just basically going to be used for storage, just to give him a little extra place to warehouse some stuff and be a little more efficient on jobs from time to time. So basically what we're doing is we're just going around drilling all the holes so they can come back and put the poles up. Everything went pretty good. Of course, this little setup here is not made for doing any hardcore drilling. It's not like a skid steer setup or anything like that, but it served us well for the day. They ended up getting the poles set, and I think we only had one hole just to tick off. We had to come back and shave off with the side of a post hole digger. So everything went pretty well as planned, or as well planned as it possibly could, I guess is the best way to describe that. We'll get to it here in just a second. The concrete truck ended up showing up, so I stuck around and helped them finish getting the sidewalk up poured. I got a little bit of video of that. I'm gonna throw it up there just because I think it's pretty neat watching us go down through there and get all that poured. And by the time we left at the end of the day, we had the yeah, I was making fun of myself here. Old Andy had the PhD going, and boy, he's just going down doing a good job, and I'm just sitting there playing on my phone. So don't realize how much you don't work sometimes when you go back and watch yourself on video. But anyways, that's all right. So back to the sidewalk. Yeah, we had got the sidewalk poured. I hauled the Traco back to Derby, come back, and these guys had all the posts set and a couple trusses up. So good, very good, productive day for both crews for dang sure. So yeah, had nice weather, a little bit of a cold start, had nice weather. Everything went good. It was a good day. right, guys, hope you enjoyed that video. If you could just take a few seconds to hit that thumbs up button. If you like what you've seen, hit the subscribe button. If you want to make sure the first person to see the next video, tap the bell. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram, and we'll see you on the next one.